I have one more quick question. Can you help me personally? One of the biggest challenges I have is scorekeeping.
Not in the amount of time that we have. Give it to us quick.
All right, scorekeeping. I'd like to stop scorekeeping, compare my success to others.
We would like you to do that too, and when you do, you'll close that gap and you'll have instant manifestation.
Any specific tools?
Well, what you're talking about is taking score of what is, and we can't find a way to say don't think about that, don't think about that, but we can find a way to say think about that, think about that, think about that. So this is what we've been doing here in these hours that we've been together, encouraging you to think about the way you feel and less about all of those thoughts. And yet it's kind of unsatisfying to you because you want to think about thoughts, and we want you to think about thoughts, but we want you to think about thoughts when you've gathered the comfortable momentum of staying positive in the thoughts. In other words, start in a positive thought that doesn't have much momentum and stay there. It will get more and more and more and more and more and more momentum until it's a really satisfying thought, and will bring in lots of details that are really, really satisfying to you. But if you start with something that you don't have control over the vibration, so you're weighing the pros and the cons and the pluses and the minuses, then what happens is you introduce resistance at every stage along the way, and then that gap never closes, and then you don't not only have instant manifestation, but you have really slow, sluggish, unpleasant manifestations, and then you start trying to explain that by acknowledging what is. So it's a sort of confusing thing, we know, because you hear us say two things that seem opposing, but they are not. We say to you, don't spend so much time facing reality. And then we say to you, the variety that surrounds you is what helps you to launch your rockets. And then we say to you, don't live conditional life. And then we say, focus upon the positive conditions in order to get your vibration started. So we understand the confusion that you might be feeling, but if you will superimpose over all of that, that every bit of all of it is for the purpose of you feeling good. So you just focus as specifically as you are able to focus while still feeling good. In time, you will not be very interested in what is, because it's the what's coming that is the exciting part. You all are already there. You could understand what has been said in these forums because it has all been documented in books and on recordings. But you want to be on the leading edge of all of this. You want to be here where the new energy is moving. You want to be out here on the leading edge, which means you want to be here on the creation of. You want to be part of the mastermind, where the components that you put into the vortex and your own inner being join in this forum. You want to prepare yourself vibrationally to be the receiver of this. And don't you find yourself feeling rather brilliant as you sit here? Aren't you understanding what's going on here? We're having a conversation that not 1% of the planet would want to be anywhere near, and you're fully engaged in it and understanding it because you've prepared that vibrational climate, you see. Yeah. Go have fun. There's great love here.